Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Orlando, and today we're going to talk about housing in 2022, guys, right? So we're at the end of the year. And a lot of you guys are trying to get into your first rental property. Maybe you have multiple properties. Maybe you're just thinking about getting into your first rental property or buying your first home. And this housing market has been up and down. And I want to talk about in this video what to expect in 2022 and what you should be aware of, how you should move in the next year, and if you should buy, hold, sell in 2022. What should you do? How should you handle the housing market next year? Let's start off with the market, guys. The market has been really hot. It has been going up. People have been seeing these huge numbers and appreciation. People have been moving from California moving to Texas because of the housing just being ridiculous. We had the pandemic. We've had all of these things, these catalysts that have been pushing up the housing market to these ridiculous levels. And a lot of things also added to it, like the shipping, the shortage, the worker, people quitting all the time and the workers and staffing not being available. All of these things have snowballed to continue to push the market up. We've stimulus. I can just go on and on of the things that have really pushed up this market. But do all of those things matter when it comes to you making a decision if you want to purchase a home, right? Or if you want to purchase an investment property? And the answer to that is a really short no. Should you be worried about any of those things if you're purchasing a home? Here's the thing, guys. And the reason why I say no, it doesn't matter, is because let's start off with regular housing. And all of these ideas, in my opinion on this, is all based on you not overpaying. So let me just say that right now. These are all based on you not overpaying, you not going into a situation and saying, I want this house so bad, I'm willing to pay $50,000. If you overpay, you're gonna lose. It's just that simple. We're trying to be real here on this channel. And the truth of the matter is you overpay, you're going to lose. That's just the way it is. And I hate to say that, right? I hate to say, because I want you to win. But if you've been watching this channel, I've been telling you guys, don't overpay. And there's a reason why. If you watch my Zillow video and a big mega corporation can't do it, then you probably can do it. That's just what it is. I don't want to get sidetracked here. Let's jump back. So what I'm trying to say here is this. If you're gonna buy a home currently right now, and you're gonna live in it for 10 years, the amount of equity that you're gonna have in it at the end of that 10 years, the cycle will have come back around. So let's just say you bought a home at its market value currently at, $200,000. And then all of a sudden the market turns and it loses, 20% of its value, right? That's what, $40,000. So you lose 40% of it, $40,000 in, let's just say next year, but you're going to stay in it for 10 years. That $40,000 that you're going to gain back plus more on top of that. You have really low interest rates. Also, your debt on the property isn't going to increase because you're not going to refinance or anything like that. So when I see deals like that, I cannot say to someone, hey, don't buy because you want to catch when it collapses. And that's what I see from a lot of, especially younger people. They're trying to catch a falling knife. They're trying to catch the market dipping, and that's when they're gonna come in. Trust me, guys, there's a bunch of corporations, there's a bunch of investors like me and other people who will all have the money to back them up when it comes to the market falling and things of that nature. And you will probably not be able to, and you gotta remember, the data, that's really big. The data and the means to go ahead and pull the trigger on something like that probably be before you will. But that's not saying that you can't. I'm just telling you that a lot of times these, investors and other bigger companies, they have the resources to do things that the normal person can't. So you probably will lose out in that. So what I'm trying to say is you're going to live in the house for 10 plus years. Yeah, you're going to lose, that short $40,000. But in the long run, let's just say, the property is now worth $250 at the end of that 10 years. You gain the $40,000 back and you gain $60,000. You didn't lose out on that and you made money on that. So that's the reason why, but you bought right. You didn't overpay. Now, if you would have overpaid for that, you would have only made $10,000. See what I'm talking about there? When you overpaid, you really just knocked your legs from underneath you. Same thing goes with real estate investing. It is even much more apparent that if you buy right, you buy the right type of deal in this market, in the market that's going to happen next year, and you buy right, it's gonna work out for you anyway. Let's give an example. Same example of $200,000. Let's just say you're bringing in, $2,000 a month on a property, and that's cash flow that you're getting, and you're using that money to pay down the mortgage, right? Let's just say the market goes down by that 20% again, but you're not going to sell your property for another 10 years. Well, who paid down the mortgage? Did you pay down the mortgage, or did someone else pay down the mortgage? Well, someone else paid down the mortgage. You don't really care because you're gaining some type of cash flow. Someone's paying down the mortgage for you. Remember, the mortgage doesn't increase, it stays the same. So by the time of that 10 years come back, let's say it's $250. You're gaining that $60,000. And then on top of that, whatever the amount is that someone paid down the mortgage on, that's all yours. Let's just say in 10 years, they paid off $40,000. Now you have $90,000 of equity. Let's just say every month you were getting $300 net after you pay off the mortgage, right? You're getting $300 a month, and then on top of that, you're getting the $90,000 in equity that you have left to take that and reinvest in something else if you didn't do a refi. But you see how all of those numbers, hopefully I'm not moving too fast here with the numbers, guys. But the point of what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to trying to time the market and thinking to yourself, I'm gonna catch this falling knife, I'm gonna buy when the market crashes, and that's when I'm gonna be a millionaire. No. Let me tell you what, guys. You become a millionaire by buying deals right and not trying to time a market. Look, even experts in real estate, experts in stocks, experts in all types of, they can't time the market. This is the reason why you see headlines saying, this is the guy who said that the crash was going to happen. And it's one guy who just made a good prediction and was so happily right. But what happened to all the guys that were on, CNBC, are all the guys that are, billionaires and, stock experts? How come they couldn't time the market and say, this is when it's going to happen? Well, a lot of times they can't time the market. But what do? They say, well, if I'm making good investments from the beginning, it doesn't matter if I have to time the market because I will make money to begin with. And if you're going to, number two, stifle guys, because that's what this is. If you're going to stifle your income or your money-making potential by trying to take advantage of a downturn that you don't know when it's going to happen, you're not starting. You're shooting yourself in the foot by thinking that you can time the market when experts can't, guys. So I am just telling you, the best time to get into real estate is now. And the best time to get into real estate is not only now, but finding a good deal that makes sense. And I say this all the time, guys. A lot of times people believe that the hardest thing about real estate is getting the down payment money. And I tell them, no, that's not the hard issue. Because the truth of the matter is, if you find a good deal, you will find people to invest in it. I promise you. If you find a great deal that everybody knows is a great deal, and you were to bring it to any investor, that investor will say, I'll give you the money for it. That's the truth. You could get your family members to invest into it. If it was that good of a deal, you can find people to invest in it. That's never the issue. But I can tell you what is. Finding the property is tough. And if you can find the property and you get your hands on a good deal, you can close on it, guys. You can close on it. But if you're waiting for the market to be flooded with quote unquote good deals, you're going to be waiting for a minute here. Because guys like me, I'm going to try to get them before they even hit the market. If I know that there's a ton of properties out there and people are, trying to sell them, I'm speaking to those people on the phone. Hey, I will take that off your hands now. And that's what you should be doing. Don't wait. When it hits the market, guys, it's too late. It's too late. If it hits the market, it's too late. You can find deals on the market, but deals offline, off the market, man, that's where the money is. That's where the money. So get off your butt, and start preparing to jump on it in next year, guys. That is the whole point of this video. I know I kind of went the long way, but I'm trying to tell you guys, jump on things now. Prepare. I know the 2022 coming, you got all these things that you want to do. Make real estate one of those things. And here's the thing. Once you start your first deal, guys, I promise you, all of a sudden, you're going to be falling in love with real estate. You're going to be like, wow, how come I didn't know this earlier? Man, I'm making some good money and I can't believe, how come no one told me this? I told you. I was telling you. I hope you got value out of this content, and I'm gonna need you to watch this next video here. It will help you get into your first rental property and learn all things financial. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.